2023 will be a year unlike any other for the e-commerce industry. Customer costs continue to rise, it's more expensive to advertise, and the market is more competitive than ever without any signs of getting easier. This is why having the right strategy is more important than ever. And in this video, I'm gonna share a 7-step process you can use to build your strategy for the new year. And a huge thanks to Parker for sponsoring this video, but more on that later. If this is your first time here, my name is Nate Cook Nelson with Common Thread Collective, and we help brands grow online by looking at their brand holistically, looking at the same numbers that you're looking at, profits. And that connects directly with step number 1 in the strategy process, avoiding the 2-peak trap. Most e-commerce calendars have 2 peaks, one during the Q4 holiday season and another one during a gifting time. The only problem is that this leads to cash flow issues during the valleys and inventory issues during the peaks. So the question comes up of what's happening during these valleys. Are the ads not working as well? Is the marketing off? Well, what we actually found is that higher ad spend correlates with these peak moments as well. So is it the ad spend that's driving the growth, or is it the moment itself? From our data, we found that conversion rates spike during this time and ultimately flatline after the peaks. This is what makes the 2-peak calendar so dangerous, over relying on random dates as opposed to having an accurate forecast of what the future can look like. So what would it look like to have a consistent growth trajectory that isn't so volatile? Well, we'll cover more of that with data-driven forecasting in step 7, but the setup for that is step number 2, building a 4-peak calendar. A 4-peak calendar stimulates more consistent growth by leveraging gifting time, cultural moments, and product drops intentionally. This is about getting in alignment with your customers' needs and providing them with what they want without relying on deep discounts. In Q1, some dates to keep in mind are New Year's Day and Valentine's Day. In Q2, you have Memorial Day, Mother's Day, and Father's Day. In Q3, you have the summer season and back to school, and of course in Q4 you have the holiday season. These are just some of the moments you want to keep in mind, so we made a full list and calendar of all the dates you'll want to have, and you can grab that with the link in the description. Step 3 in building your strategy is getting into auditing your paid media. Now, audits can be either really helpful or a huge waste of time. To avoid reaching the point of diminishing return, focus in on these 3 key areas. Account structure. Are you using campaign budget optimization? Have you tested cost caps? Are dynamic product ads being used? Are prospecting audiences broad enough to leverage Facebook's AI? Are exclusions properly implemented? Have automatic placements been enabled? And third, performance. Are you optimizing ads for conversions? Is success being measured by single account ROAS or actual profitability? What are the historical CPMs, CTRs, and average order value? You can get a full list of other questions with the link in the description, or you can have our team audit it for you for free with the link in the description as well. But even if you have all the targeting right, your ads can still fall flat if the creative is not dialed in. So the next part of this is auditing your creative. Are you highlighting your most valuable SKUs in your creative? This should be based not only on margin, but also on volume. Are you using the emerging story arc versus the traditional story arc with a problem solution framework to keep these key metrics up? Thumb stop rate, average watch time, and outbound CTR. When you've got the right targeting and the right creative and you start seeing performance do well and you want to scale, one limitation can be capital. For example, if you're using a traditional credit card to pay for your ads, you're probably throwing away money on fees, interest, and footing a huge bill every 30 days. This ties up precious cash flow you could be using to scale, especially getting into the new year. This is where Parker comes in, the card designed exclusively for e-commerce. With their credit card, you can access up to 80% of your monthly revenue in 0 interest credit. This also means a 60-day payback period and no hidden fees. If this sounds like something you're interested in, go to getparker.com or click the link in the description below. Speaking of growth, one massive mistake brands make is dismissing their LTV. We spend so much time focused on the funnel that we miss the cake sitting right underneath it. The opportunity to increase profitability and value of our customers without increasing cost. When analyzing your LTV within a specific time frame, keep these 2 metrics in mind. Total revenue for the period and returning customer revenue versus new customer revenue. As a bonus, being able to see your 60-day LTV after purchase is a great metric to have as well. Since we're talking about data, the need to condense your data is one of the key steps in getting your strategy right for this year. There's a quote that goes, "Another day, another spreadsheet." And as harmless as this may seem, it wastes so much valuable time that could be better spent. Whether it's one massive Google sheet where you keep everything integrated with Supermetrics and Zapier, or an out-of-the-box solution like our growth data tool Statless, please condense your data to ideally one place. The major reason for this is because it makes the final and most important step that much easier: applying data-driven forecasting. By definition, this is the process of predicting future sales, using primarily previous sales, number of customers, and returning customer rate. Over the last year, we've seen the influence that forecasting has, with a lot of companies over-projecting growth. So when done right, this helps reduce risk, inform your sales and pricing strategy, meet customer demand, and be ready for the seasonality. Now that we've covered all 7 steps in building out your e-commerce growth strategy, you can go out and do this on your own. But another option is having our team guide you through the entire process. We'll take a deep dive into your business, giving you a 2023 marketing calendar, a creative performance audit, a 2-hour strategy consultation, a month-by-month spend and budget plan, and 4-month access to our e-commerce growth data tool, Statlist. If this 2023 playbook is something that interests you, then you can learn more with the first link in the description. We're going to be doing this for a select few businesses, so check it out as soon as possible. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you in the next video.